And so, okay, it's a little bit of a long story, but I'll make it short. I'll
keep it short, Johnny.
Yeah, okay.
We have a guest.
so yes, absolutely. And I guess her guest or co-guest left her hanging, so we're going to take up some time with my story for a little bit.
Hopefully she's safe.
Yeah. So anyway, so I used to work at Lowe's years and years ago, maybe about 17 years ago. Back then, I was a rapper. It's aspiring rapper, I would say.
Yeah. And what was your name? Remind our listeners.
Back then,
Yeah.
I had a few different names. Like
Okay.
First Person I was one of the ones that I went by.
Yeah.
Johnny Awesome was one of
Yeah.
them, and then another one was Awkwards. I would change them, like have different personalities and different things.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm at Lowe's, and it's right before I start my company, my media company. There's a kid that got a job there. His name is Dustin Martinez. So shout out to Dustin. Dustin comes up. He's like, "Hey man, I know who you are. You're a really good rapper. I watch your stuff on YouTube, stuff like that, and I want to be a rapper too." And I was like, "Okay, cool. Like, let me hear what you have." And I guess when you're starting off, you don't have it together. And so I heard it, and I'm like, "Oh, it's not really my style. Like, I don't really feel that. You're not really saying anything. I like some substance in my music. I like a little saying something instead of just, curse words and just nonsense, right?"
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, maybe not. So every once in a while, it kind of show me stuff. And I'm like, "Hey, kid, like, just kind of go to the lab, start to formulate your thoughts, put them together, and come back with something of substance. Like, just try to do that, practice on that, and say something, and then work on your syllables and things like this." And we worked together after that, but we just kind of worked together, and I didn't really hear from him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like I said, 16 years later, I get a message on my inbox on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it says Dustin Martinez. I'm like, what? What's Dustin? He's going to show me another song? Like,
Yeah.
this is years and years gone by, And he did. He put a song in my inbox, and it was incredible.
Okay.
Incredible. I mean, this song is so good.
Yeah.
There was a few curse words in it.
Okay.
I told him, go back, because he's like, "Can you get me on the radio?" And
Yeah.
I talked to Dave about it, and Dave said yes. And I said, just take out the curse words. There's
Yeah.
only like 3,
Okay.
Yeah, and they weren't horrible.
Yeah,
They were just kind of...
Or say like fudge instead or
Yeah,
something.
there you go. Yeah,
know?
yeah, go back with fudge. And I said, do that, and then I'll definitely get it on the radio.
Yeah.
And then he mentions, he's like, "Dude, I never forgot that conversation." And he brought the conversation up.
Okay.
And he said, "You have been my inspiration for years, and I
Okay.
wanted to come back with substance."
Yeah.
I don't know. It just kind of blew me away.
Okay.
And I wish I could play it right now, but like I said, we gotta. He got to do some editing
Sure.
on it, but it's incredible. I mean,
Okay.
Eminem level
Yeah.
white boy, amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, like Dirty D is what he goes by.
Okay,
Dirty D. Dirty D. And so hopefully soon we're going to be playing that here on the radio. So Dustin, if you're watching, get it together, get that song recorded, take out some of those words, and we could do it.
He has to be clean D with us.
Yeah. There you go. You're clean D on this station over here. But did you know, real quick on that topic, Method Man, you're familiar
Yes.
with
Yes.
Wu-Tang?
Method Man.
So he doesn't curse in any of his stuff.
Yeah. Neither does Will Smith.
Yeah,
famously.
Will Smith does it, but
better for worse.
Method Man used to.
Yeah.
And Method Man said, "You know what? He's getting older." He said, "And I've leaned on it too much. I'm never going to cuss again in any of my songs." So it's it's a challenge when you're a rapper to not do that, because those are typically like filler words, and you use them to emphasize and
it's
stuff.
like rappers and comedians, like stand-up comedians, they always have to, use those 4-letter words.
Yeah, you do that. It's and the ones that don't, you really have to hone in their craft and like, okay, I got to figure this out. But anyway,
my husband used to be a huge cusser, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, probably about 5 years ago, he just decided to stop cussing, and he finds it a lot funnier nowadays with the words that he comes up with instead, and he'll be laughing at himself and everything with his own little cuss words.
Oh,
well, not cuss words.
Yeah.
but,
His own, this is for reals.
Yes, for
Shut the front door.
That's my favorite. That is my favorite. I would like when I started going to that's a church years and years ago when I was a teenager. That was my thing. They're like, you shouldn't cuss as a Christian. It's not cool. And I'm like, shut the front door was my favorure thing to go to. But oh wow, I brought up a topic and it hits close to home for you.
It does.
Your husband. You maybe share some of those words that he uses with me.
Doo-doo instead of
doo-doo.
Yeah.
I like doo-doo.
And a lot of the times it's just when he's in the middle of like a sentence, and a cuss word would maybe come up, he just makes something up off the top of his head, and then it just turns out to be, well, he finds it hilarious.
Yeah.
And starts laughing at himself. But I mean, he just decided, I think probably like 5 or 6 years ago that he just wasn't going to cuss again, and he just stopped.
5 or 6.
He just stopped.
Do you have kids, or was that?
We do.
Okay,
we have 3 daughters, and so as they got older, he was like, I don't want my kids, which they were never allowed to cuss, obviously.
Sure.
And so as they got older, he's like, I just really, unfortunately, my daughters do cuss quite a bit. And so he was just like, I don't like this, so I'm going to not do it. I don't think it's rubbed off on anyone else, not myself, not them, but, he's setting the example.
They're still doing their thing, and he's trying to do his best to be the example.
And I mean, now we have a grandson, and so then he can, show that he doesn't need to cuss.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was tripping out with kids these days of video games. It's like if you ever listen to a kid playing a video game in their room, and I'm talking about my nieces, nephews, and little cousins. Oh my goodness, they like to cuss and talk crap about each other on the video game. I'm like, you know what? If this was real life, if this wasn't through a internet connection, you'd get punched in the face for this. Like this isn't allowed,
Yeah.
But the youngsters are doing it. I try not to do it, but.
And we can't do it here.
No, we can't do it here. No, we're definitely not going to do it here.
I want to say, Johnny, no.
But so the one speaking over here is Jen or Jennifer, but I think everybody here likes to call her Jen. And she's from the Arizona Western College Foundation right here at Arizona Western College. And so do you have an office here?
We do. We're in the 3C building on the 2nd floor, right as you come up the stairs from like HR office.
So I've talked to you before, and I think you said last time it was you were filling in for somebody that you came in, and we won't mention any names, but so how'd you get involved with the foundation? So
I was what I like to call I ended my last job and was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and this position came available, and I applied for it. And I've loved it ever since. So
you said you ended your last job, like you quit,
I quit.
You went, flipped everybody off, and like I'm out of here. Basically, that's what I saw a smirk on your face. So I'm thinking,
was that an Office Space or like some movie or something where that happened?
Yeah,
Someone,
that's
they're like, peace out.
Yeah, that was basically it. Yeah, peace out, see ya. And then I took about 8 months of what I like to call a retirement phase. My husband hates when I say that, but I like to call it that I was retired for 8 months. And then this position came open. It was perfect for me because I was at the same time trying to decide if I was going to go back to school. And so I have started taking some classes. I started in August of 2022. I took my first classes that winter, and I've taken about 6 different classes. But my problem is I tend to take the classes that I think would be enjoyable versus getting a degree. Like I wanted to learn Excel better, for my job. So I took that class, or the computer information class. And then I really like finances, so I took a finance class. But I am registered for a business degree. It's just that I have a hard time wanting to take those math and English classes. No, I completely agree. That's why I don't have a degree, is because I don't want to take those classes. But it still works for you, though, right? Like if you know Excel better. Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, and then obviously with the foundation, we deal with finances a lot, so that helps. And I took a survey of business class, which helped me set up my husband's company business that he has as his side work from his regular employment. So that was really beneficial because that helped us in the long run set up his LLC and get that established after a lot of years. So, yeah.
So where are you from originally?
Salt Lake City, Utah.
Salt Lake City, Utah. You're over there. And did you always want to be a part of a foundation somewhere, or what was it early on? I know you don't like math and English.
I did always want to be in education. Actually, all growing up, I wanted to be like an elementary school teacher. teacher.
Really?
I did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But just not math and English? Or
No, I
just like, you want to be a PE teacher?
hang out with those
Social
little,
studies,
those
maybe.
That's my favorite.
Elementary. You get, that's
Yeah.
what I'm just teaching them. 2 + 2.
Yeah, it's like,
We can do that.
I
We can
got
do
that.
that.
Down. I got that down.
2 + 2 = potato? No.
Yeah.
So education was always there. You wanted to do something.
I did. And then this just happened to come available, and I applied, and luckily I got the position, and grateful for the position. And yeah.
So how long have you been here?
Since August, or at the foundation?
Yes.
August of 2022.
August of 2022, the foundation. And what was it what brought you to Yuma originally?
My husband.
Your husband, military or something, or
Nope.
just a job in general?
Yeah, he was born and raised here, so he decided to move back here, and I followed about 2 years later.
I'll do it.
Yeah,
That's
no.
how I'm here.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I'm in Yuma County. My wife is from Somerton. And so we met in Sacramento, but she wanted to come back, and that's why I'm here in Arizona.
Yeah, most of the time people come back.
Yeah.
They definitely come back. And then, so I was sharing, I was a rapper and an MC, and a lot of my friends would leave. They would go to LA to try to make it, right? I'm going to go to LA or go to Chicago. Some went to Seattle when the Seattle scene was real big. And they all came back, and pretty quickly they would come back. And so people were like, "Hey, Johnny, you should go try to make it somewhere." And I'm like, "Nah, I see a trend here. I see a pattern. I'm pretty good at that. And I'm going to stay here and rather be a big fish in a small pond than try to go over there and get lost in the muck over there." Right. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
So people come back. You were brought here. You were brought here.
Yeah.
So because they wanted to come back. And so what did you do when you first came back?
I was a bill
Or
collector.
came here. You're a bill collector. Okay, I
Yep.
remember that. And if I'm remembering from your last, you were pretty good at it.
Hey.
Yeah.
But she's not a bully.
No.
No,
She's a nice person.
Yes, I got a bill in the mail yesterday, and I'm like, what in the heck? Why do I owe this? What you know?
Yeah.
So I
Although
gotta-
if you need to pay your bill, you need to pay your bill.
Yeah, you absolutely.
Or maybe get some assistance if
yeah,
you can't.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So you were a bill collector. Did you enjoy that?
I did. Yeah, I felt like that, I'm putting money back into our economy. And I mean, I did a lot of medical debt, which that can be a struggle just because, it's an unforeseen something that comes up in somebody's life that, you're not prepared for. And, insurance isn't the best, and people get stuck with these bills. But it is putting money back into our economy, and it's helping, reduce the cost that the, hospitals
Yeah.
and different doctors charge because they get that money back.
So that was what my bill was yesterday.
Yeah.
It was in between jobs and in between insurances, and this kind of fell through the cracks. And I'm like, wait a minute, I went there, I had insurance. Like, what is this? And yeah, it's kind of this bill showed up. But you said you enjoyed it. You're probably definitely helpful, and you said you're providing and making the economy, the world go around.
Yeah. Yeah. My husband just recently had surgery in November, and he was getting after me to make sure that I got the bills paid, from his surgery. And I was just like, it's fine. Don't worry. And sure enough, I'm, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And he's like, it can't go to collections. And I'm like, it won't. And so, yeah, it's just funny to listen to him complain. And I'm like, you're complaining to who?
The man.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we're going to take a break, and we'll see if she shows up. If not, we're going to continue on, and we're going to talk, you said, about scholarships and about the Hall of Fame that's coming up, correct?
Yes, that is correct. The Hall of Fame has about one more week, so definitely want to talk about
One more
Hall of
week,
Fame.
and so
Yep, to
people can
submit your
vote and stuff.
nominations.
Okay,
Yep.
and submit nominees. We're going to do that after a quick break. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
K-pop fans, do you remember when boy groups like BTS, EXO, 17, or SHINee debuted? Were you having dance parties with girlfriends in your living room? Join me this week as we go back in time for the Boys to Idols Part 1 K-pop for Border show. We'll relive the innocence of middle school days. See you in 2013 for the Boys to Idols Part 1 K-pop for Border show on Wednesday at 7 p.m. on KOFA Radio.
Donations come in many forms: a sustaining monthly contribution, a one-time gift, even that extra vehicle you no longer need. Learn more about the advantages of donating a vehicle. You'll help power public radio. Visit kawc.org/cars for more information and to start your donation today. And thanks.
You are tuned to 94.7 FM KOFA Border Radio. I'm Cecilia Holland Braithwaite from the KAWC Newsroom. The sun has come out in Yuma. We expect an afternoon high of 86 degrees. Winds are light at 5 miles per hour, mostly clear skies tonight with a low of 55 degrees. According to a new report from Arizona Capital Media Services, in Yuma and La Paz counties, public school districts are spending less in the classroom. More details can be found online at kawc.org.
I'm Mike Suba, and I'm a big supporter of KAWC. You're getting a great source of information about our community, about the people that are working and living here, and you start going, you know what, this is really a valued service. And that's the great thing, is you've got a partnership here. And I'm a big believer in partnerships because the one thing I realized early on in life, I can maybe do a lot of stuff on a very limited basis, but when I start partnering up, it's amazing what we can do when we pool our resources. And so I hope that when people are listening to the station, enjoying the news broadcasts and the entertainment shows that are being presented, that they realize that you're not only the end user and enjoying what's being broadcast to you, but it can be a partnership too, where you can participate like I've discovered I can do and help get this service, enhance it, and provide even better programming. I'm Mike Suba, and I support KAWC.
KOFA Border Radio doesn't sound like any other radio station in Yuma. We are a non-commercial source for music from around the world, across the decades and local artists. Our hosts are volunteers. If you would like to get involved, send an email to music@borderradioaz.org.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. We are here speaking with Jennifer Kofsky about the Arizona Western College Foundation, and we're going to move on. We're going to talk about, let's do scholarships first. Could we do that?
Absolutely.
Scholarship? And tell us a little bit about the history of the foundation and how the scholarships fit in.
So the foundation has been around just as long as the college has, so since 1963. I believe they started out, just as scholarships, where it's turned now more into where we do scholarships. We also do program support, obviously donor retention, working with our donors. So our scholarship cycle did just start on February 15th. It'll run through April 1st. We have a wide range of scholarships. I think we opened up about a little over $220,000 worth of scholarships for this next school year. Each scholarship is a donor-based scholarship, so the donor sets the criteria. They create the scholarship. Most generally, it's in a memorial of somebody. They'll create the scholarship, and they set up all the criteria, so whether or not the student needs to be full-time, part-time, certain GPA, certain major, if it's to be used here at AWC, or if it can be transferable to a university. They set up all of that. So every scholarship is different. There's not two scholarships that are alike.
Really? So that's kind of interesting. So then, because my next question was going to be, who would apply for these? But it sounds like everybody and anybody could apply. And why not? Because there could be one that could fit you perfectly since they're all so different.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So there is something for everyone. I feel like the most, and a lot of the times our international students don't think that there's a lot for them just because of the financial aid. But I just had one of our international students come in the other day, and I was going over her dashboard with her, and she qualified for 6 different scholarships.
Wow.
So that really showed, even just the international students that are here are able to do that as well.
There's always help if you just go out there and look for it.
Yes, absolutely. And so, yeah, so we have that. It ends on April 1st. We are looking for volunteer reviewers. We have all of our reviewers are volunteer.
What is that? What is a reviewer?
So a reviewer at the very end of the scholarship cycle, they basically are just reviewing the students' essays, and they give them like a score based off of that, and it kind of is what determines whether or not the student receives a scholarship. Is, there's for each student. It's kind of hard to explain, but for each student and each scholarship, it's a different set of reviewers.
Okay.
So if we were reviewing, Sally, like us three were reviewing Sally for a certain scholarship, there might be another set of 3 people reviewing Sally for a different scholarship that she qualified for. So you're not getting the same people that are reviewing that same student over and over and over again and just reading that same student's essay.
So do the reviewers make the decision at the end, or like they get tallied up?
We have a rubric that they use. We generally like to tell them that it takes anywhere from about 6 hours between the time that we close, which we'll be closing over spring break this time. So they would get their list of students around the 6th of April. And then they have until the end of April to review those students that they have. And it takes about 5 to 6 hours of their time to do that.
Yeah. Okay. So they kind of hold the fate of the students there, but not ultimately.
Correct.
But there's part of the
multiple,
process.
Yeah, you're not the only one that decides the fate of that student.
Because I was like, it'd be cool to be a reviewer, but then it's like, oh my goodness, the fate of somebody. It's like, well, if it's partial, then that's a little different.
Yeah.
The pressure's off, not as much. You know?
We tend to have about 5 reviewers for each one.
Okay.
So, like I said, if us 3 were reviewing, Sally, then there's probably another 3 to 5 that are reviewing Sally's other scholarships that she applied for. So you're not going to review the same person. So, I may say that Sally did a great job. You may say that Sally didn't do a good job, and it just kind of goes based off of our rubric that we have set up. But we're constantly looking for volunteer reviewers because we have so many applicants. That way we can get enough people to be on that scholarship and look at that scholarship and that student and not overwhelm our reviewers at the same time. Yeah,
see, I'm a big softie. I want everybody to have money and do stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I would be horrible at it. It's like, yes, you get a car, be like Oprah, you know what I mean?
Right.
You get one, like everybody. It's like, hey, we don't have a budget for that. It's like, oh my goodness, time to fundraise, I guess.
Yeah.
But so if somebody's listening, how do they go about applying for this? Do they kind of show up at the 3C over there and follow?
They can just email the foundation at azwestern.edu, or Google us if you don't remember the email. We're right there. You can shoot us an email with just your name and your email address, and if there's a certain area that interests you. So if automotive interests you, let me know, automotive, and we'll assign you just the automotive scholarships. Or if any of them, then it's just any.
There's something for everyone.
And so then you mentioned working closely to the donors. So then how does that work? So do you kind of reach out in the community, you're involved in stuff, and then you click with somebody that, hey, I want to leave this. How does that happen where they create a scholarship from meeting somebody to having a scholarship?
So it's generally us. It's usually them reaching out to us. Maybe they.
Oh, they do that first. Okay.
Generally, yeah. I mean, obviously, there are people in the community that we meet, and I feel like all of our team has a big passion for the foundation and what we do, and each of us telling our own story, can lead somebody to be like, oh, I didn't realize the college had that going on there. I'd really like to support that. Even if it's not a scholarship, if you wanted to help the welding club go to their different events that they have, or I think that they just had, I don't know exactly what they call it, but they're always looking for donations for that. And they have a program, that we support, and people can go online and make donations so that they can travel and do their welding and, things like that. So it's just all about different types of things like that.
Okay, so you could donate for different reasons, like you said, because traveling, that's a cost, right? You know, you might not have the wherewithal to be able to pay for that. And so somebody's listening and they want to be a donor, same thing. Send the email and then you could get them. And okay.
Yep, I would get them in touch with either Gladys or Laura. They would reach out to them, kind of set up the time to maybe meet with them either in our office or, you know, where the donor would be comfortable at, and kind of see what it is that they're actually looking for. And yeah.
And you said automotive. So some people have come in and it's like, I definitely want to build this around the automotive industry.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody out there that has a business and is looking to hire possibly qualified people, like that could be a thing.
Yeah, well, there's like just that, for instance, we had a lady that stopped by last January that her husband had just passed away, and he owned Arts Automotive here in Yuma for many, 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 many years. And so she just knew that after he passed away, that's what she wanted to do, was set up a scholarship for strictly automotive students. And it was so great. We hooked her up with Mike Murphy over in the automotive department. She wanted to go check out the automotive department.
Man.
Yeah.
So we brought her here to the college. Her daughter did. I think we spent about an hour over at the automotive shop with Mike Murphy. He was great with her. They talked cars and everything.
Very cool.
It was just great. And so she set up an endowed scholarship, which an endowed scholarship means that it is there for a lifetime.
So it's their lifetime, and
Yes.
she wanted to leave a legacy for her husband,
Yep.
able to do that, and this is the perfect place. And you said they hit it off right away
Yep.
and had a good time being able to do this. What a way to have that legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it was really a cool experience for me. It's something that will always stick out in my head, just to see how passionate she was and how she really wanted to come to college, and she wanted to see what was going on before she, really committed to that.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we'll move on to the Hall of Fame, because that's a time period as well, and that's
Yes.
going to close, and you're looking for nominees?
Yes, nominees for our Hall of Fame close next Saturday on the 14th of March. You would just go on to the foundation website, foundation.azwestern.edu. Under the events tab, then you can nominate somebody. So it can either be a community member that's had a significant impact on AWC. It can be a faculty or staff that has worked for AWC, but they need to have been separated from the college for at least 3 years. It could be a student or alumni that came to AWC, again, has to be separated from the college for at least 3 years. Or you can also recognize one of the AWC teams if they've made any sort of outstanding
accomplishment, like they won a
Accomplishments,
championship or something.
Yep, exactly.
And this is for Yuma and La Paz counties. Because,
That is correct.
Because the college is up there, and that's also our listener area.
Yep, exactly. And so our nomination window, though, again, does close on the 14th, which is coming up very soon. Whoever is selected to be the Hall of Fame inductee will be recognized at our Schoolhouse Soiree, which is on October 2nd of this year. This will be our fourth Schoolhouse Soiree, and they'll be inducted at that time.
So then, when did it open?
It opened January 19th, I believe.
Okay. And how's it been going? Have you been getting a lot of nominees? Or?
We have gotten some nominees. Once you do nominate somebody, though, they are in the nomination window for a total of 3 years. So if you nominate someone this year, then they are still in the eligibility running for 2 more years afterwards.
Okay. So then you have some from last year.
Yep, exactly.
It's
Or the
still
year
in there.
before.
So then anybody, like you said, that had a significant impact, but if they worked here, has to be 3 years separation. If they went here, 3 years separation.
Correct.
And so how do you get the nominees? It just people just I remember them. They've been gone 3 years, or how does that happen typically?
Yeah, so they generally it's just through promotion. I mean, last year I think we had a total of about 8 new nominees last year. So which was quite significant, and it's just mostly through, we send out the business email, we do your guys' show, we do Jennifer Blackwell, we get it promoted through KYMA. we just try to promote as much as possible.
Gotcha. And then people would think like, okay, this is a perfect candidate. Now you say nominees. So once they are submitted, they're officially a nominee.
Correct.
Okay. So then you're there. Now, do the nominees get placed anywhere like on a website or anything, or is that just internal?
That's internal. And then we do also have a committee that does review them as well, which is made up of students and faculty or students, faculty, and staff within AWC. And then the final selection does go to the president's office, and then he is the one that makes the determining factor.
Okay, so then how many get to be, is it just one that gets to go into the Hall of Fame?
Last year we had two. So we had
That's
Moses,
what I thought. There was two, yeah.
Last year there was Moses Camarena and Maria Chavoya. It was a huge celebration that we had. Both of them have given so much back to the college and have done so much for the college over the years that at our schoolhouse array, it was the first time that we ever sold out in the times that we've done it so far. And it was just a great celebration just because the two of those just have made a huge impact on the college, you know, while they went here and even afterwards.
Mm-hmm. So is that typical that there's two, or is that just because it was like, this is too awesome, we can't pass it up? Or
from when I've been here, there has been two selected.
Oh,
each
two.
year. Yes.
Two each
Yes.
year. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. And so, but we're going to be wrapping up here. So how do they nominate people again?
Just go to our website, foundation.azwestern.edu, and under the events tab, it's just the Hall of Fame. You click on it and submit your nomination form.
All right. Thank you so much for being with us today. And then hopefully you get a lot of nominees. And you said it's at the soiree.
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 That fancy French word. It's a party.
Yeah. The party. We're going to announce it at a party. We're going to party together.
Yeah,
That's what we're
October
gonna do.
2nd.
October 2nd. All right. Thank you so much. And with that, we are going to take a break, and we'll be back with a brother-sister duo. Yes, one does haircuts, the other one does tattoos. We're going to find out all they do out there at, let's see if I get this right, Empire Inc. Barber Parlor. And we're going to do that right after this. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
What's Up Yuma is sponsored by High Tanks Brewing Company, crafted in Welton, inspired by the desert, offering scratch-made food, handcrafted beers, live music, and experiences like farm tours and glamping. Location information, the schedule of events, and details on the range of options to be enjoyed are at hightanks.com.
It's Rural Voices Day, and KOFA Border Radio is celebrating what makes us resilient, committed, and local to Yuma and La Paz County communities. Stations like ours are often some of the last local news outlets serving the community. Whether it's warning you about a coming storm or telling you about what's happening in local government, education, or agriculture, we are here for you. So this Rural Voices Day, consider supporting Border Radio at borderradioaz.org and on the KOFA app. Thanks.
For KAWC News in Yuma, I'm Victor Calderon. U.S. Customs and Border Protection says agents have arrested a suspected cartel scout in the Sierra Pinta Mountains west of Yuma. According to Yuma Sector Border Patrol, agents working with air and marine operations took the man into custody last week during an investigation into cartel scouting activity in the Welton Station area. Officials say scouts use high vantage points to monitor law enforcement movements and help guide smuggling operations. Agents report finding food supplies, sustainment gear, and a solar panel at the site, suggesting the suspect had been operating there for an extended period. The man was transported to the Welton Station for processing and will be referred to the U.S. Attorney's Office in Arizona for prosecution. He faces a charge of illegal entry with possible sentencing enhancements tied to alleged scouting activities. Authorities say he has 2 prior expulsions under Title 42. For KAWC News in Yuma, I'm Victor Calderon.
The AWC Foundation is accepting nominations for the Arizona Western College Hall of Fame through March 14th. The Hall of Fame honors alumni, faculty, and community leaders who have made significant contributions to the mission of the college or in service to the larger world. More at foundation.azwestern.edu.
Welcome to KAWC's The Hotspot.
I'm Chloe Michael.
And I'm Maya Manry. This week, in honor of Black History Month, we spoke with members of the Black community in Yuma, where they shared its turbulent past and the welcoming present.
When there's so little Black people in Yuma, I think it's great to connect with other Black people.
The show is available as a podcast or online at kawc.org under the shows tab.
Bringing the heat to Yuma and La Paz, it's
The Hotspot.
I use KAWC almost on a daily basis in my car. It's the background for chores around my house. And I go to the website and look for stories that are of interest, and I listen to podcasts. I look to the news on NPR because I'm looking for something beyond the headline or a soundbite or a gotcha moment. I really want news that shows me sort of the multiple dimensions of a story, that seeks information from multiple sources and doesn't tell me how to think. It just presents the issues, and I really appreciate that. Being a sustaining member of a service like KAWC takes the mystery out of it for me. So I know that I am supporting every month. I also know that I don't have to remember to sit down and write a check at the end of the year or a budget for a check at the end of the year, right? It's kind of coming out of my account every month, and that makes me feel a little bit like I'm part of the team. I'm Lori Stoft from Arizona Western College, and I'm a proud supporter of KAWC Yuma.
KAWC and KOFA are entering a new chapter. After 20 years of dedicated leadership, General Manager Dave Reek is retiring in June. We are seeking our next executive director, a relationship builder who will lead with vision, strengthen local support, and guide public radio in the Yuma region forward. Learn more at kawc.org/jobs.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. We are here now joined by brother and sister team. I'm talking about Luke and Ketz Galindo. They're both from Empire Inc. and Barber Parlor. And so thank you guys for being with us, first of all.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so, Luke, I think I met you at another barber shop right there in my hood and over in Okietown. You were cutting hair over there. Was that your first introduction to cutting hair, or?
You know what? I've been cutting hair since 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in California.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
Wow. Yeah, you look young. Yeah, that's lucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, you've been cutting hair for some time now.
So I think 9 years total.
9 years.
I've been cutting for a while, and I was going from barber school to beauty school, and then finally Ruben at Goodfellas, he took me in as his apprentice.
Oh, okay. So that was your first. Yeah. Shout out to Ruben over there. Great
first
guy.
Real shop. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so both of you, are you both from Yuma or?
No, we're from California.
Cali, how long have you guys been here?
2017. That's when we first moved
2017. You got over here, and
what part of California?
I was living in San Diego.
Okay, hence the Padres hat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does got the Padres hat on. Yeah, shout out to the Padres. So okay, and so you come over here. You've been cutting. What got you into cutting hair? What was that first? You know, you were good at it. You wanted to try it. It was maybe I want to cut my own hair.
Did you start it at school or something, like giving fades, like to
a
your
little
homies?
bit like that. You know what? I had long hair my whole life.
Really?
As a kid, down to my waist.
Yeah, your sister. Yeah,
Our
yeah.
hair was the same length.
The same length.
They said,
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, those are some cute little girls you have. And I was like, I'm not a girl.
Yeah.
Made me kind of want to cut hair. Made me just fascinated in it. Mm-hmm. And my mom told me one day, because she used to cut her hair, and she was like, your brother looks messed up. I was like, he does. She's like, cut his hair. And I was a big Steph Curry fan back then, and I was like, I'm gonna give him the Steph Curry haircut.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah, it was cute. Sis says it was cute, but you tried.
Yeah.
You tried. You did over there, and then what you kind of just kept with it. Or I got to make this better.
I think I had I used to do a lot of sports. So I was in wrestling, football, and my team, they hyped me up. They were like, "Hey, you did a good job. Like, come cut Mark's hair."
Yeah.
And Mark, one of my friends from wrestling, he let me do it. Messed him up too in the locker room.
Oh wow!
You gotta learn. I had
like 50 mess ups until I got it going, you know. Mm-hmm. And it gave me confidence, and I could be hanging out with people all day, just talking to people, and that's what I really liked.
Mm-hmm. So you enjoyed that part of it.
Yeah,
absolutely. So Ketz, so you do the tattoo part of everything. Yeah. So when you were younger, were you into art? Was that something that was always kind of big in your life?
I could draw probably before I could read or talk very well.
So what was it about that? You did naturally? Did mom just like give you some Crayola crayons over there, like to kind of shut you up, and then, here, but be busy over here, and I'm gonna get this mic a little closer to you.
But yeah, my grandma was a painter, and she used to paint.
Oh, so there's some lineage, some family. Okay.
Yeah, my dad used to draw. My mom, she can draw. Mm-hmm. And I think I like the idea that you don't have to say anything and you could still say something. Like I didn't have to speak.
That's too deep for this show right there. You just went too
You can
deep.
express yourself through art.
But no, that's you're exactly right. That's very true. But at a young age, you started doing it, and then you're like, I'm pretty good at this. Maybe I got some of her genes and like that part in my life. Huh?
Yeah. And I think kind of like what my brother said, people told me it was good. Mm-hmm. Everyone was like, wow, you're kind of good at that.
So
Keep doing it.
Encouragement from like family and friends and people,
Teachers,
even though your brother over there, he got some messed up fades and stuff like that. People are like, it wasn't horrible. You're kind of good.
Yeah.
Stick with it.
I'm sure I drew like, a hand that looked like a foot before
right?
as a kid, or like, a person that looked like a potato.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
So did mom put them on the fridge or any of your drawings or stuff like that?
She has them all over her house, and I hate them.
Still?
Yeah, they're so ugly.
Yeah. She still has them. This is a beautiful story.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I've met your mom. We were I think it was at the fall festival, this last fall festival. And I want to talk about that real quick, because each of you, and how many brothers and sisters total? How many kids?
There's 5 of us.
5.
4 boys, and then she's the only girl.
She's the only girl, but you all have very unique names. So I said Luke and Ketz.
Aztec names.
Yeah.
Can I try to give it a try?
Yeah, absolutely.
Aluc-tec
Yes.
and Ketzalkoatzin.
That was really good.
All right.
That was
There we
really
go.
good.
Okay, so good.
They're pretty good.
So now you guys go.
Aluc-tec, Ketzalkoatzin. My brother's name is Tezcatlipoca. We have the 2 younger ones, Michael Quetzalin, and then the youngest, the baby, his name is Joseph Tekpa Winjeshika. That's
That's even tough for you?
Yeah.
We call him Jessica.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So a little tougher. So what was that? Was that your mom's idea, your dad's idea to give you guys? Because those are very, I would say, strong names. They're unique, but they're also very strong. There's some heritage that comes along with it.
You're not going to find them on a keychain.
Yeah, no, not at all. Yeah,
a coffee mug.
Yeah.
I still look.
Yeah.
You still every once in a while.
Or a Coke bottle.
Wait.
You know what they do with Coke bottles?
Yeah, Coke bottles.
No.
She's like, one day it'll be there,
One day.
But did you ever ask your parents where that came from?
Yeah, I asked them a lot, and she said that they had dreams about him, and they just came to him one night, and right when they were like, my mom had us in her belly, and she was like, that was the name. I just woke up and knew.
Wow.
I was like, dang.
Wow, very,
cool.
very, very cool. So growing up, your family, all supportive? It was a very supportive environment, or?
Kind of.
Kind of?
Yes.
Okay. You could be honest.
They made fun of our names, but they were like, hell yeah, keep drawing. Your name's weird, though.
keep drawing.
My grandpa still calls me Circle K.
Circle K. So I'm trying to get the connection, Circle K, because
her name starts with a
Starts
K.
with a K.
Oh yeah, so because of the K.
He
So
was
he's
like, I'm not going to say your name. You're just going to be Circle K, Outer Space Girl.
yeah.
Tattoo girl, maybe. I don't know.
So then, your first tattoo, then, like, do you remember doing the first one? Because, like, I have to admit, so I let the homie do one on right here, and if you could see it, it's faded because I'm getting it lasered off here, right here. But I was one of those cool friends. He was like, "Hey, I want to learn." I'm like, "All right, let's go, let's do it," And he did this tattoo on me. It was supposed to say "till death," but it looks like tit death, so I'm going to take it off. But do you remember doing your first tattoo? Like, what was that like? And did you say I'm a big fan of Kat Von D, so I'm gonna do this cool tattoo on you?
Right
It's on your brother?
Yeah, it's actually right here.
Okay,
this is too cool.
Yeah,
it's this little Aztec snake.
That's cool.
Okay,
it's basically my name. I think he has my name like 3 times already.
Can you kind of show it up to the camera over here?
Yeah, hold it up. There we go.
It's this little snake right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that was your very first one.
maybe like 2 hours.
It took about 2 hours. And so what was it?
That was my first tattoo with a machine that wasn't a stick and poke.
Oh, okay. So you were doing some other stuff back in the day.
Yes.
Okay. So you were doing that, but this is your first machine?
Yes.
First machine?
Like machine tattoo that I was like, I want to tattoo.
Mm-hmm. So what was it? Would it take a lot of convincing to brother over there, or is it right away? What was it, Luke?
You know what? I've seen her paint, And I was like, yeah, she can do this. Our uncle did our tats, and I got a couple that he did. And then I looked at her and I was like, you think you can, tweak it a little bit? And she's like, let me try. And then I used to cut hair in my apartment. We lived right there in Arizona. And then I used to have people come in there. I had like a little barber chair I bought from Ruben. And then she would use that same chair and tattoo people right there.
That's First Empire.
That's in an apartment on Arizona Avenue. Like where at in Arizona? Like
the Mesa Heights apartments.
Yeah, we used to live in those
right there in Okietown then too.
Yeah.
Cool. I love it. I pass by it every day on my way here to the college. So that was the first one, and I guess wasn't too long ago then. How long ago was this?
Since 2018.
2018. That was the first one. So you're there, and what happened after that? Like other people were like,
Yes.
"Oh, do it. Yeah, that looks good."
I begged all my cousins. I forced my little
Back
brother.
to the family. Yeah.
My little brother, I think, was still like a freshman in high school, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Lay down."
They're like,
You're
"Oh
getting
no."
a tat.
Maybe we
He was
shouldn't have,
yelling,
but yeah.
And I was like, "No, you like it."
Yes. You're
And
getting
he
this.
loves it.
He
to
loves
this day,
it.
Yes.
He loves it. That's very cool.
He was like the only tatted freshman.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's good. That should be cool. Like you could walk around tattooed up, and as a freshman, what school did he go to? Is it Gila Ridge over here?
Gila
or-
Ridge and Yuma High.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
But-
he finished at Vista.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Vista. That's
Yeah.
even more. I love you guys. That's where I finished school at Vista. Yeah. So then, so you're doing this. Then you guys decide to, after the apartment is kind of working out, like you're doing the hair, you're doing tattoos and things like, hey, we need to take this, to the next level.
Next level. My uncle had he used to live behind Sprouts, and he had like a house that had a pool, and they had like a small shack right there. It was pretty big, like the size of this room right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have a lot of people come in for haircuts, so we started getting a little bit more serious. I started teaching my little brother how to cut. So we'd have people come over. My sister would come in there, and then she would my uncle wanted to tattoo. My sister would kind of take over and do some more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, she wanted to go and get an apprenticeship for like a tattoo shop.
Where did you apprentice at?
Oh, all over Yuma. Probably every shop.
Really?
Yeah, I bounced around from shop to shop.
Kind of taking the good that you can find at each
Yes.
one, what you could learn. And
It was also like circumstances and like shops closing, mentors passing away, or COVID.
yeah, that was that.
It was all in the middle of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 2019 to like 2023. It was all pretty.
Any specific mentor that you really gravitated
Yeah.
towards, or somebody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, when I got hired at Black Filigree, that's when everything really took off for me.
And this is
Elle-
what the original owner?
Yes.
And she passed away, right?
Elle and Emmanuel Ruiz.
Yeah.
Elle was amazing. She taught me like how to be a woman, how to be a good person, how to manage things, how to, tattoo, do my taxes.
So a real mentor.
Yes, she taught
Not
me how to
just
do
at
my
the-
hair, makeup,
Oh, that's
like
beautiful.
everything.
Yeah.
But her, Hector, Hex, Kova, Ali, Ruben.
Oh,
all
Kova,
of
huh?
them.
Yeah, Kova did this one right here on my hand.
Yeah, Kova's awesome. He taught me how to like really pack in the ink, how to like pack in color. He did some of my favorite tattoos on me.
Do you want to show some of yours? Hold them
Yeah.
up to the camera. And
Yeah,
any
Kova
that
did
have
this one.
meaning to
Kova
you?
did that one?
Yeah, it's
And so I've had Kova on the show before. Shout out Marcus Kova.
Kova.
He was a bartender and I was a host at
Yeah.
Derailed, and we would do all the party stuff every weekend for like 2 years. It was pretty crazy. But he was a graffiti artist too,
Yeah.
and he would always draw and stuff like
I
that.
did also no, I didn't.
What's that? Oh, okay. No, it's all right. So so he would do that, and then I would see it's like I want to do tattoos now.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, like you obviously got the talent like you did, right? You could draw, and then he went to do it, and now he's like winning awards and stuff, and
Right?
yeah, he's going places, and I see him.
And he took off within like 5 years. I remember he was saying that he was a bartender and he didn't think like he was like young enough to start a new career.
To
And he used
transition,
draw.
yeah.
Within 5 years, he took off and was like one of the best artists like that anyone had ever seen in this town.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. Shout out to him. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to find out how you made the jump to get in a building and what that was like. We're going to do that right after this. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
During emergencies, stations like KOFA Border Radio provide critical public safety information to areas of Yuma and La Paz County. Many times, the public radio stations are the only emergency alert system in a rural county. In times of calm and crisis, we at Border Radio are proud to keep you informed, safe, and connected. This Rural Voices Day, we're celebrating public stations that keep rural communities safe. Support us now at borderradioaz.org and on the KOFA app.
Where else on the radio would you hear the set that just played? For the most part, the music you hear on Border Radio is pretty hard to find on commercial radio stations. You'll hear this music only on a public radio station like Border Radio, where you, our listener, truly appreciates it and owns it. Visit borderradioaz.org to donate today.
The sun is shining through those clouds in Quartzsite, Parker, and Yuma today with an afternoon high expected of 86 degrees. Winds are at about 5 miles per hour out of the north-northwest in Yuma and Quartzsite and out of the southwest in Parker. Mostly clear skies tonight with a low around 55 degrees, and your air quality index color is green.
Run by music lovers like yourselves, KOFA Border Radio has what you need. A non-commercial home filled with music heard from all over the world. Tune in at 94.7 FM, 1320 AM on the KOFA app or at borderradioaz.org.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up Yuma Radio. We were here with Luke and Ketz. We're talking to them about tattoos and barbering, but we mentioned off air, Luke, the other thing I knew you from was boxing. Yeah, you're boxing, right. And you're still boxing.
Yes. So how we met from boxing, I opened up my first business was Azteca Boxing Club. And that's how we met. We met on the first ever radio station that I went to.
Yeah.
I forget what it was.
K-Blue. Yeah.
K-Blue, yeah. And it was cool. We had to work with kids. We opened up like a big gym, $35. That's all it was a month to take your kids in there and work out. So it was cool. We did a lot of fundraisers. Taught me how to like help out in the community.
Yeah, you guys even did one for my father when he passed away. You did one to help us pay for the funeral expenses and everything. So yeah, very, very close to my heart. And so that was your first business. So you were part owner of that?
Yes, I was.
So, okay, so that leads perfectly to the next. So then you have this business experience and you open this, but it's still probably a little scary having your own place and barbering. You don't got Ruben right there with you.
Yeah, I don't have Big Rube to help me out, you know? And he took care of everything. I used to watch exactly how he spoke to his clients, what he did with his taxes, things like that.
Oh, so back to the taxes. Yeah. You're learning it all.
There's a lot that goes behind the scenes and just being dependable. So after that, I seen my sister. She had like a there was this place called Chicano Art, right? What was it called?
Yeah, Chicano Cultural Center.
Yeah. Okay. They were across the street from the military base. They had a lot of artists in there, but it was like a nonprofit, so nobody was like the main boss.
Yeah.
So they'd have to come up with their each share of rent. It wasn't really. It's an expensive place.
It was mainly to give back to the community and try to teach like our youth about their culture. We did breakdancing, Aztec dancing.
Oh, very cool.
Like
very cool.
It was more to fund that and like help out with like people and their lawyer costs and stuff.
So then that's your sister, and older, younger, or?
This is my younger sister.
No, okay. There was you that opened it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you only have one sister. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
So wow, you guys do everything. My goodness. So okay, and so both of you have a little bit of experience with business, and then you said, okay, let's join forces and have the first tattoo and barber shop.
Yeah, I went to the shop and I told her about it. I was like, look, I'm gonna find a spot. I looked around all over town. There's a bunch of places, but the one like place that stuck to me was in the foothills because when we first got here, grandparents live in the foothills.
Okay.
And I saw like right next to Du Bois, big shopping center, and they had one building that split in two. And I was like, I looked at my brother and I was like, this is perfect.
That's you. You're like, this is me right here.
We were looking through the windows like that.
Yeah.
But it was perfect. I told her, Ketz, I was like, you coming with me? And she was like, let's do this.
Let's roll.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So you do that. So then what was it like? You over there. The next thing is like how much, right? So you got to go over there and find out how much is this going to be, and who am I going to have with me? What's going to be my team? Like, tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, so the first team members that I came up to, Hex was with her at the time. They were tattooing together. Talked to Hex, and he was on board. He wanted to know if I'm going to do a partnership, but I told him like I'm going to just do a sole owner, because doing like the boxing gym, we were partners. 3 separate partners, but it's sometimes you bicker back and forth, you know, sometimes, you know, you just don't get along. So I got Hex. I told him, you guys work for me. I'm going to take care of it. And you guys make what you make and take it home, you know, just pay this amount of rent. I took Cynthia. She was an apprentice. She hadn't even tattooed once. And then we took little Eddie. Little Eddie was 17 at the time, and he lived in San Luis, Arizona. He used to drive all the way from there to Yuma every day.
In the foothills.
All the way to the foothills.
That's like from one end of the county to the other.
I know.
Pretty
Definitely dedicated, though.
Yeah.
Dedicated. So you open it up. Now you said you're up to 16? There's 16 people in there?
I was the only barber.
You were the only barber? Okay.
We had maybe three artists at the time. And my little brother, I made him my apprentice. Mm-hmm. So that was my first barber. Now I have 6 barbers right now.
Wow.
And then we have 9 tattoo artists and 1 piercer.
Wow. And the reason I'm saying, wow, you haven't been open that long.
Barely 2 years in January.
Yeah, and then that amount of time you're able to grow it like that. And then, you know, because you get more people in, which you do want because you could service, but that becomes a little bit more of an undertaking to keep everything correct and make sure everybody gets paid and all the clients and everything correct.
It's pretty it's pretty tough, to be honest. When I first started, I had to switch people from rent to commission back to rent to see what's working.
Which one's going to flow better?
Yeah, so I have like the barbers on rent, I have the tattoo artists on commission, and I think it just flows better like that. And then it was a lot that went into it. We got in on Martin Luther King weekend. There was no power. So we had to turn generators on. We had to do the floors. I'd never done floors before, but I looked at my little brother. He's like, just YouTube it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
YouTube University.
Yeah, we started knocking it out.
When you're a business owner, you got to do it, yourself.
Yeah.
Or get your homies.
We had to do some plumbing out there. My uncles came through, and then they started helping me, and I was like, all right, nice.
Yeah.
Now we got it going on. And then just this past August, I did a new remodel, because now I'm like, we started to blow up a little bit. I started to have a couple of dollars, and we redid the floors like epoxy.
Oh, very cool.
She came in, little Eddie came in, and they started it's called calligraffiti. So they tagged up, it's like calligraphy, but at the same time graffiti. They tagged up all the walls in there. So if you walk in, like, it doesn't feel like you're in Yuma. It feels like you're somewhere else.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I don't make it to the foothills very often, but I'm going to have to go check this out.
Yeah. You could use a beard trim, Johnny.
Yeah.
I need a fade. I'm going to hit him up about an appointment or something.
Yeah, get that fade going. And
Get a tattoo.
yeah, and I know Mikey did a video for you guys real quick. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he just came out
He's very
out of the
talented.
kindness of his heart. He was like, I want to show your guys' shop out. And so he asked me what can help me, and then he came and did a video nice right after we remodeled.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah, so tell everybody, we're going to be wrapping up right now. Let everybody know where to kind of find you on Instagram or Facebook, your actual location, if you want to throw out a phone number, anything you want to do to get people over there and let them know, go.
Okay, so we're located in the foothills off Fortuna, right next to Du Bois Pizza. And we're going to be hosting a car show.
Okay.
March 28th.
March 28th, car show.
Right there in our parking lot right there.
All right. And how about social media? You guys on Instagram?
Instagram,
Yeah, Empire Inc. and Barber Parlor.
Okay.
That's our Instagram, Facebook. And we do a military discount, senior discount, law enforcement discount. So
all right.
Very cool.
Very, very cool. Thank you guys for being with me. I really, really appreciate it. Say hi to your mom. And the fair's coming up again. Hopefully I see you guys out there over there. All right, and with that, it's time for the legal read. What's Up Yuma Radio is a production of KAWC, Colorado River Public Media. We broadcast from the studios at the Matador Activity Center at Arizona Western College in Yuma. We want to thank Talon Gonzalez, Anthony Arnales, Juan Garcia, Dave Reek, and Cecilia.
You can find out more about KOFA at borderradioaz.org and on the KOFA app. Stay tuned for KOFA's Midday Music.
Tomorrow, no show tomorrow, but we will be back on a Friday. Yeah, we'll be back on Friday with Bobby Joe Daly. She's running for office.
You can listen to the podcast version of our program and check out past episodes anytime at kawc.org/podcast/What's Up Yuma Radio.
All right. Thank you guys. And we'll see you guys on Friday.
What's Up Yuma is sponsored by High Tanks Brewing Company, serving up scratch-made food, craft beers, and experiences at 2 desert locations in Welton. More at hightanks.com.
Broadcasting from Yuma campus of Arizona Western College for more than 55 years, this is Border Radio, 94.7 FM, KOFA Yuma. We also broadcast at 1320 AM in Yuma at kawc.org and on the KOFA app.
The territorial chapter of the American Business Women's Association hosts its annual Women's Expo from 8 to 2 on Saturday, March 28th at the Yuma Civic Center. The event brings women together to explore local businesses, enjoy interactive activities, and treat themselves to something new. Details at abwaYumaAZ.org.